the subheading somehow, as we said, the full pathway from climate data to provide climate services with respect to decision taking and action. So we started a little bit earlier with, say, simulations or climate information that is somehow transferred into a product that can be used for climate adaptation and mitigation later on. So we all know about the uncertainties of these products that come or emerge from model uncertainties, from perfection of the model's resolution and initial conditions, boundary conditions, and so on. So so there are different sources of uncertainties that are embedded in what we have as data sources, and that we have to translate or take into account if we communicated this to our end users. And I made one example, which is already a couple of years old, when we talked to water power managers in South America. And we were quite proud that our seasonal forecast had skills of 0.7 or so. And they laughed a little bit about that and said, well, with these type of uncertainties or imperfect models or forecast skills, we can't work. We have to know this much, much better, which somehow puts pressure on to develop better models and to develop better forecasts until this can be used. But on the other hand, we have to be honest about the capabilities of our predictions, of our projections, which are there, and to communicate this with our customers. And as we have heard already during the day a couple of times, it really depends on whom you are talking to whether you have to have political decisions to be made, you have to economical decisions to be made. If you want to, as just mentioned, have adaptations in, say, in the health sector. All this can be different settings. They are already out, as mentioned before, examples where we apply already our climate information into useful products that helps the different areas, like agriculture, for instance, the energy sector, with suitable information. If we, say, look into examples or use cases where we think which are emerging fields, we think, or we're mentioning, for instance, the tourism sector, which in the last years really feels the impacts of climate change, and we're asking for advice on that. The health sector and climate risk assessment, of course, because of extreme events, and there is demand from the user side for accurate advice and predictions to enable them to adapt and mitigate to climate change. And I think I would stop with that for the moment. If there's anything important I left out, I would ask my colleagues to add on.
I think that's fine.
So, any other comments from either group 1 or group 2? There's something else to report, or everything has been said?
I realise that we've really directed the conversations this afternoon. Are there any things that you would like to share that seem relevant to our objectives today?
I think maybe it's time to summarize the day and looking forward for what's coming next.
Yeah. So our speakers have all agreed to allow us to share the videos of their presentations and also their slide decks as well. I believe the videos are going to be made available via the training section of Climate Europe 2, but we will be in touch with you all about that. It's been a really useful day. I hope you've all feel like you've learned something from the day that's relevant. The presentations this morning were fascinating. I'm particularly interested in how the storylines are used to make some final information available to the public. Following on from this workshop, we now need to write our deliverable for Climate Europe to how to tackle uncertainty in climate services, and that is due in January, I believe. So that will include a report from this workshop, and the implications for that for Climate Europe 2 will also be in that deliverable. My audio is still very bad, apparently, so I'll hand it to you, Christian.
Yeah, I think Charlotte has summarized. Also, I really encourage you again, as I said this morning, to join the network of Climate Europe 2 so you get aware of the next events and also the follow-up of this workshop. And also in gathering all the input that we have greatly done today, there will be a deliverable reporting about that. So this is public, of course. So you will also get some more information on how we will establish guidelines and best practices and standards for climate services related to uncertainty aspects. So I don't know if anybody wants to have a final comment at this point before closing the workshop. It seems.
So thanks for organizing and have a great evening, I would say.
And so thank you very, very much to everybody, that even those who have already left for any reason. So it was very useful, and I really thank you very much all. I hope we meet again for.
Yes, very much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.